Hello everyone, I am Minal Verma is back with another video. Since we have already discussed about coronavirus, now in this video we will see one more approach for the diagnosis and treatment of coronavirus. So the theory is CRISPR theory. US FDA has also permitted this on the basis of emergency use. It is known as CRISPR test for coronavirus. It is a kit which is developed by CRISPR pioneer Feng Zhang at the Broad University of MIT and Harvard in Cambridge. So what does it do? It detects the snippet of SARS-CoV-2 genetic material in nose, mouth, throat swab or fluid from the lungs. And then if the virus is present, then the CRISPR enzyme generates a fluorescent glow in about half an hour as described by the company. So basically CRISPR is a DNA sequence. So this is the DNA and the removal of the specific sequence from the DNA is known as CRISPR-Cas sequence. Let's see in detail what is actually CRISPR theory. So it is known as clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. So what is palindromic repeats is, let's say this is a sequence ATTTA. When we call it from 5' to 3', it is ATTA. And when we call it from 3' to 5', it is also again ATTA. Means the sequences which remain the same, either we repeat it from left side or right side. These are known as palindromic sequences. So what actually CRISPR is? It is a family of DNA sequence which is used for the antiviral defense. These sequences are isolated from bacteria, archaea or bacteriophage that has previously infected the prokaryote. Okay, so CRISPR-Cas system. It has a main role in prokaryotes. So in prokaryotes, it acts as an immune system. Okay, then it confers the resistance to foreign genetic material. It means it provides immunity to them in order to prevent themselves from any of the foreign material and the foreign genetic elements. They are present within plasmid and phages and they give acquired immunity to specific prokaryote. Now what about enzyme Cas9 is they act as a guide. The enzyme helps to recognize and cleave the specific strands of the DNA. And the strands which are complementary to the DNA sequences. DNA sequences, that is CRISPR sequence, are complementary to specific sequence, are easily cleaved and are isolated. Let's see the structure of CRISPR. So it is a AT rich sequence and repeats typically range in size 28 to 37 base pairs. As many as 55 base pairs are possible. Some have dyad symmetry, that means they are forming a stem loop. Stem loop means hairpin in the RNA. The size of the spacers in CRISPR's arrays is 32 to 38 base pair. It is seen that it is a repeated sequence, so there are many spacers in the CRISPR sequence. So the size of these spacers is 32 to 38 base pairs. Total there are 39 Cas genes. These genes are considered under 35 families. And 11 of these 35 families form the Cas code, that is Cas1 to Cas9. Now let's see what is CRISPR-Cas system. This CRISPR-Cas system is again divided into two systems, class 1 system and class 2 system. This class 1 system uses the multiple Cas proteins to degrade foreign nucleic acid. And class 2 system uses only a single large Cas protein. This Cas1 is again divided into 1, 3 and 4. That is Cas1, Cas3 and Cas4. This class 2 system is divided as Cas2 and Cas5 and Cas6. These types are again divided into 19 subtypes. These are characterized by signature genes, means which are specific to that specific Cas protein and easily to recognized. Now let's see how can we identify that specific CRISPR sequence. These are notable due to the repeating spacers and direct repeats. As the name suggests that they are the AT rich sequence and they are the repeated sequences, that is the palindromic sequences. So it is easy to isolate them and identify them. They are isolated either by polymerase chain reaction. This reaction is used to amplify the CRISPR arrays and analyze the spacer content. or either use of the specific primers can be done in order to amplify the CRISPR spacers and directly from environmental samples. Then amplicons can also be used to identify the spacers. The amplicons containing 2 or 3 spacers computationally assembled to reconstruct the long CRISPR arrays. Also possible by the de novo identification or by the use of the context. So what is context? It is the overlapping DNA segments that together represent a consensus region of the DNA. So these are the various methods on which basis we can isolate the specific CRISPR sequences. Most commonly is polymerase chain reaction used to amplify the CRISPR arrays or the de novo identification. Now let's see the mechanism of CRISPR genes, what they actually do. So it has a various stages of CRISPR immunity. So let's see these stages. First of all, when the viral genome enters inside the phage, so the phage DNA, then the recognition of the invalid DNA by Cas1 and Cas2 protein. These two proteins are now responsible to identify the specific phage DNA. Now, after this, the cleavage of the protospacer adhesion motif takes place, that is PAM. So, this process occurs by the help of Cas9 factor. Cas9 is a protein which is helpful in order to cleave the protospacer adjacent motif. So, what is PAM? So, PAM is a DNA sequence of 2 to 6 base pairs. After the cleavage, the ligation to the direct repeat adjacent to the leading sequence. So let's say this is the DNA sequence in which this part is a leading sequence and this part is a direct repeat. So after this repeat, the protospacer adjacent motif is added and this ligation takes place. So the leading strand, then the DNA sequence and then the PAM. After this process, the single-stranded extension repairs the CRISPR and the duplication of direct repeat takes place, which means this direct repeat is again duplicated. So after this, the primary CRISPR transcripts are formed. These CRISPR transcripts are valuable in order to cleave the Cas genes. After this, as soon as the Cas genes are cleaved, the formation of CRISPR RNAs are formed, that is cRNAs, and these CRISPR RNAs are now matured. These matured CRISPR RNAs act as a guide Cas nucleus. They guide the Cas nucleus in order to associate with the Cas protein. These CRISPR RNAs, when associate with the Cas protein, then they form an interference complex. This interference complex is a ribonucleotide complex. This ribonucleotide complex is actually responsible to recognize the foreign nucleic acid as well as isolate it as well as destroy it and provide acquired immunity to specific prokaryote. And this is used by us in order to modify and maintain and diagnose and treat the antivirals, that is viral. So overall, we can say that these CRISPR immunity provides and prevents the bacteriophage infection, conjugation reaction, natural transformation by degrading the nucleic acid. So main role of this and CRISPR theory is to degrade the nucleic acid and prevent the virus to enter inside and prevent the virus to stay there and to provide acquired immunity. Now let's see what all the applications of CRISPR theory are. It is used in food and farming industries to engineer the probiotic cultures, as well as it is used to immunize the industrial cultures versus reaction, and also to enhance the yield, drought tolerance, and also to modify the yeast to make biofuels. It can also be used to genetically modify the crop strains, as well as can also be used to change the mosquitoes so that they cannot transmit the malaria. This is still thoughtful and this has not been proved. In July 2019, CRISPR was used to treat the genetic disorder, that is sickle cell anemia, and this was a clear-cut scene that the patient was recovered. In March 2020 also, CRISPR was used to modify the virus and it was injected in the eye in order to treat the Leber congenital aneurysm. Also, it was used as a diagnostic tool for the molecular testing to specifically target the nucleic acid sequences. CRISPR chip is also used for the detection of genetic mutation, and the new one, the macrofluidic CRISPR biosensors, are now used for mRNA diagnostics. So all these are the applications of CRISPR theory. So through this video we have understood CRISPR theory, as well as we have seen that what all are the applications of this, what are the mechanism it follows, and many things. So thank you for watching my video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel and like my video, and do share the video.